She stands at the edge of the morning sky where the first pale gold light stretches over the sleeping streets and the world feels heavy on her tired shoulders, yet she keeps moving because stopping is something she has forgotten how to do, and hope is a memory that flickers only when she lets herself breathe for a moment too long. Her name is Sarah, and for 3 years she has been walking these streets carrying nothing but a worn backpack, a thin blanket, and a heart that has not broken but has learned how to bend under storms she never asked for. People pass her every morning and she feels their eyes slipping over her as if she were made of smoke, as if she were a shadow drifting between buildings and sidewalks and small shops that will open soon for warm coffee and warm conversations that she cannot join. She used to belong to a world like that once, a world of safety and walls and soft lamps glowing in the evening, but life shifted the way ground shifts under an unexpected wave, and everything she trusted was washed away until she stood alone, learning how to survive with almost nothing left. On this morning she moved slowly because the night was cold and the wind cut through the thin layers she wore, and she slept beside a brick wall, listening to the distant hum of cars and the echo of her own thoughts, reminding her that she is still trying, still surviving, still reaching for some kind of meaning in a world that seems to have forgotten her name. She steps toward the park where she sometimes finds a quiet bench before the crowds arrive, and as she walks her foot brushes against something soft and out of place lying near the edge of a path. She stops. A wallet. A thick leather wallet lying against the dirt and dew-soaked grass as if it fell from the sky. She lifts it slowly, surprised by its weight and the way the morning light reflects off the faded brown surface. Inside there is an ID, a photograph of a smiling family, crisp bills folded neatly, and cards that speak of a life that is warm and stable and full of belonging. She gently touches the picture inside and wonders what it feels like to wear clothes without holes, or drink hot tea in a warm kitchen, or fall asleep without fear. Her stomach tightens with hunger and her hands tremble because she has not eaten since yesterday afternoon, and the money inside this wallet could buy enough food to last her for days. No one is around. No one saw her pick it up. No one would ever know. But she would know. And that truth is enough to hold her still. She steps back, breathing slow and deep, as if fighting some invisible current pulling her in 2 different directions. One direction leads to temporary comfort. The other leads to something she cannot fully name, but she feels it inside like a quiet voice that has been waiting for a moment just like this. She chooses the voice. She chooses the truth. She chooses the part of herself that the world has not taken away. She decides to return it. Her feet move instinctively, carrying her toward the address printed on the ID, and she walks through streets she has never entered before, where the houses grow bigger and the lawns look touched by careful hands, and every window glows with the softness of home. She pauses at the gate of a white house with blue shutters, and her heart beats hard because she is stepping into a place she does not belong, and there is always fear in crossing invisible lines drawn by society. But she knocks anyway. Because courage sometimes looks like standing on someone's doorstep with nothing but honesty in your hands. A man opens the door, first confused, then surprised, then deeply relieved when he sees the wallet in her hand. He asks her how he can thank her, and she only shakes her head because she did not come for a reward. She came for something she can barely explain. She came because doing the right thing matters even when no one is watching. Especially then. He insists she wait, and he brings her a warm meal, a simple act that feels like a blessing falling from a sky she had stopped praying to. She thanks him softly and walks away, expecting nothing more, because life has taught her that moments of kindness often pass quickly like warm daylight swallowed by clouds. But this moment does not disappear. Not this time. That evening the man shares her story online, telling the world how a homeless woman returned his wallet filled with money, and how her honesty moved him more than anything else in a long time. People read it. People share it. People respond with hearts that awaken from quiet routines, and they begin searching for the woman who reminded them of goodness. Her name spreads across screens and streets, and for the first time in years strangers speak her name with respect instead of pity. They look for her in parks and shelters and corners where the wind often hides those who are unseen. And when they find her, everything changes. A local group offers her a temporary room. A small place with a clean bed and warm lights and walls that hum with safety instead of cold nighttime wind. She cries that night quietly because she has forgotten the sound of her own breath echoing inside 4 real walls. Volunteers bring her clothes. A counselor helps her find her strength again. A woman at the shelter tells her she has potential, that her life is not over, that this kindness she carried even through suffering is a rare gift. And gifts like that deserve a chance to grow. For the first time in a long time, she lets herself hope. Not a fragile hope that shatters with one wrong step, but a steady kind of hope, like a branch reaching for the sun even after storms have torn away its leaves. A few days later, the man whose wallet she returned visits her again. He tells her that people all over the city want to support her because her honesty reminded them that goodness still survives in quiet corners. He gives her a letter filled with messages from strangers thanking her for being the kind of person the world needs. He offers her a chance at a small job at his family business, something stable, something real. She hesitates at first because she fears she is not worthy of such generosity. But he tells her gently that she has already proven her worth by simply being who she is. She walks into the small store on her first day with trembling hands, but her heart beats with new strength. She learns the work. She greets customers. She begins to feel human again. Not invisible. Not unwanted. Not forgotten. Human. Real. Present. Alive. Weeks pass and her life begins to bloom in small, quiet ways. She saves money from her pay. She buys new clothes. She learns to smile without hiding her face behind her hands. She begins to speak about dreams again, dreams she buried under years of struggle. Dreams like having her own room, her own job, her own sense of belonging. Dreams she once believed were meant for other people, not for someone like her. Then one evening she stands on a bridge overlooking the city, lights shimmering like tiny stars fallen to the earth, and she feels something she cannot name at first. It is peace. It is the soft healing of a heart that has finally been seen. It is the truth that even in the darkest winter something beautiful can grow if one chooses honesty and kindness over despair. Months later she moves into a small apartment of her own. The walls are simple. The furniture second-hand. But to her it feels like a palace built with courage and quiet goodness. She decorates the space with tiny pieces of her journey. A small plant given by a co-worker. A photograph of the community group who helped her. A handwritten note from the family whose wallet she returned, a reminder that her one honest choice changed everything. Some nights she lies on her bed listening to the steady rhythm of cars passing by, and she thinks about the morning she found that wallet. She could have walked away. She could have chosen survival over truth. But she did not. And that choice lifted her from the shadows back into the world where her name is known and her story is valued. She tells her story now in community centers where people struggling with homelessness come looking for hope. She stands before them not as a victim but as a reminder that even the smallest acts of honesty can open doors that seem forever locked. She tells them that life does not end in the darkness. It begins again when a person chooses to hold on to goodness even when goodness feels too heavy to carry. Her voice trembles but her eyes shine because she knows her journey is not over. It is only beginning. And each day she steps into the world with the quiet strength of someone who survived more than most people will ever understand. Sarah is proof that even among broken streets and lost dreams there is still light waiting. Still hope breathing. Still goodness growing in the unlikeliest hearts. The woman who once slept against cold brick walls now stands tall in the warmth of possibility. She knows what it means to lose everything. She knows what it means to rise again. She knows that kindness given in the shadows can ignite a blaze of compassion across a city. She knows that one small moment of choosing the right path can change a life forever. Her story does not end. It flows on like a river shaped by storms but reaching the ocean anyway. Carrying with it the truth that bravery is not always loud. Sometimes it is as quiet as returning a lost wallet. As simple as choosing honesty over hunger. As powerful as believing in something better even when you have nothing left. She walks forward each day with a heart still tender but no longer lost. Because she has found her place. Her purpose. Her second chance. And the world that once passed her by now walks beside her. Honoring the woman who held on to good when the world gave her nothing. And in doing so she became something extraordinary.